Temporary setback in one effort to hold the Trump administration accountable. Just yesterday, the D.C. Court of Appeals halted Judge James Boasberg's contempt proceedings against the Trump administration stemming from last month's deportation flights to El Salvador. Boasberg found the government ignored his orders to stop those flights from taking place. The court indicated that its orders is intended to provide, quote, sufficient opportunity to consider the government's appeal and should not be construed in any way as ruling on the merits of the motion. But even if the contempt proceedings are able to eventually continue, one major question remains. What happens if the president or any president and the federal government fail or outright refuse to follow a judge's orders? Ankush and Anthony are back with us to help us answer that question.
I'm going to put a finer point on it.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to put a finer point on it. The president and this White House have ignored court orders. I mean, we've been talking a lot about the case of Kilmar Abrego Garcia, but a judge said that the White House violated the First Amendment in barring the Associated Press from joining the White House press pool as a dual member of the press, the Fourth Estate, and they still didn't let them back in. He said, "Don't put the planes in the air." Planes been going in the air.
Right.
So I guess I'm just kind of like, okay, they are defying the courts. Does it make us feel better? And us, I mean the collective us, like, you know, American citizens, to believe that they actually haven't crossed the line? Because they have.
Well, what's the line? That's the point.
Well, the line is, I'm sorry, okay, you know what?
Yeah.
I used to be an intern at a law firm.
Right.
Okay, I had a lot of internships when I was in college, and I've been an intern at a law firm. I used to be a juvenile justice advocate. Okay, I've been to court a number of times. I've been to jail. Okay, to go visit the young people.
You need to rephrase how you say that.
And I always thought, it's in my experience, you go to court, the judge says something, there's a ruling, that's what it is. You can appeal, but there's a ruling, and it is what it is, and you have to follow the law. They're ignoring.
Right.
They're ignoring the court. So it's like, I feel sufficiently gaslit as an American citizen who I think is like fairly intelligent. Fox News might want to say otherwise, but I went to a nice, good Catholic school. They have crossed the line, have they not?
Yeah, I think they crossed the line back, the Supreme Court, back when they ruled that Donald Trump and practically anybody like him was above the law. They crossed the line back then.
Yeah.
The line back then. The question now, and I'm going to defer to the legal expertise, the question now is the degree from which we are over the line, right? There are different levels to it.
Yeah.
You and I know, Kendrick Lamar.
Anytime that there's a question about whether someone has complied with a court order, you immediately find yourself in a very thorny situation. And you're right, there have been many fact patterns since the inauguration that suggest that the court orders have not been complied with. And the next step is precisely what Judge Boasberg is attempting to do, which is not to sort of rush to judgment, because you want whatever you're doing to stand on firm ground, right, if you're the judge, but to create a process by which you give the